MLB The Show is on the air today, live from beautiful Coors Field in downtown Denver, as MLB The Show welcomes you to another edition of Major League Baseball. Today, it's the finale of this four-game weekend series, as it'll be the Florida Marlins taking on the Colorado Rockies. And hello again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here to call balls and strikes. Alongside me are colleagues Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler. And Dave, we turn to you first. What should we keep an eye on in this matchup?
Well, one guy to keep a watch on is Willie Taveras. When he gets on base, his speed is such a weapon out there. Look for him to have the green light should the situation arise.
All right, Dave and Hud will join us shortly, but let's get to our new era Cap starting lineup as the visiting Florida Marlins align like this. Hanley Ramirez will lead things off and be the shortstop. Cameron Maybin bats second, he'll be in center. Dan Uggla bats third, he's at second. Jeremy Hermida follows him out in right. Then comes the left fielder Josh Willingham. Jorge Cantu will be at first base and hits sixth. Matt Trainer is behind the plate, he'll hit seventh. Jose Castillo will bat next, really struggling against right-handed pitching, something to be aware of. And doing the pitching and batting ninth, Brandon Backey. Kip Wells will be the guy called upon to slow down these bats, and I'd say his skipper would dearly love to get maybe 6 good innings out of him. Any less than that, and that bullpen could be in for some trouble. Now a quick look at the defensive alignment for the Rockies. Hanley Ramirez will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway. And we are underway as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one.
First pitch, 107.
Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. One pitch, a curveball that's right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And there was a good breaking ball. Might have caught him off guard a bit that time.
And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. So 1 away now, and here's Cameron Maybin. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
And he'll sling that thing across the strike zone, but he can't nip the corner.
1 out, nobody on. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a hard grounder down the line at third. There to play it is Atkins. Throw on to first takes care of Maybin, and there are 2 away. Dan Uggla will get his first opportunity now. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
He's got to drive that fastball the other way.
Here's the pitch. And that misses 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Yeah, trying to run that thing in on the hands. Good eye.
And here's a pitch that Uggla's able to lay off, and he's got it to 3-1 now.
Just got to concentrate on that glove in situations like this. Just get it over.
Called a strike, and it's full 3-2. And he changed up on him here, but this is a foul ball. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. And now the Rockies will go on offense for the first time. No score. Now the batting order for the Rockies looks like this. At the top of the lineup, Willie Taveras out in center field. Then it's the third baseman, Garrett Atkins. The right-handed hitting Matt Holliday is next out in left field. Then comes Brad Hopp. He'll be out in right. After that, shortstop Troy Tulowitzki. Marcus Giles will bat sixth and play second. Next is Chris Iannetta. He's behind the plate. Ian Stewart will bat next. Really struggling against right-handed pitching, something to be aware of. Kip Wells is on the mound. As you've seen, he will bat ninth. Brandon Backey will be on the mound to face them. And this is a guy that needs to establish the inside part of the plate because his stuff is such that he'll have a hard time getting by if he doesn't mix in location well. And in the field, Louisville Slugger shows us that the Marlins will align themselves like this. Standing in now is the center fielder, Willie Taveras, as he'll get set to lead things off in the home half of the first. Swing and a routine fly ball out towards center. Maben is there to make the catch, and it's a one-pitch out to start the home first. So one gone in the inning for Garrett Atkins. First pitch coming. Down and in here, 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, looking to run that thing back to the low inside corner, but that's not one guys will chase very often.
Got him reaching there as this is fouled off to the right, and it's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
And it's obvious they want to make him go down and get something because the last 3 have been down around the knees.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Yeah, gotta just concentrate on getting it over the plate now in the next few pitches.
And the fastball here is hit on the ground, but foul. Here's a ball hit foul down the third base line, so they'll try it again. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. And that's going to get down out there. So a runner at first with 1 man gone. And here's the left fielder, Matt Holliday. Now a ball hit hard but foul as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. And Holliday will not offer it that one. It's a ball and a strike.
He'll try a different arm slot here to see if he can get him to chase.
Runners on first with 1 down. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1. Three and 1 now.
And they obviously want to work him away as that's 3 straight on the outside part of the plate.
And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away. So first and second with one man gone, and in steps the right fielder, Brad Hopp. Here's the first offering. Swing and a line drive. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. To Ugla for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. Second inning upcoming here in Denver with no score. Jeremy Hermida leads things off now in the top half of the second. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. And this one's nowhere close as the catcher can't even get a glove on it. It's ball one. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Josh Willingham will dig in here. Swinging a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd.
Out.
Now a slider is swung on and grounded toward short. Throw to first will be in time, so a good start to the inning for Wells as there are two gone.
Boy, and he has just plowed right through these first five hitters. It's looking like he brought his A game to the park this afternoon.
And so two are gone now for Jorge Cantu. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1.
And this guy's 0 for 6 in the series thus far, so he's got to be about due to come through.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
And this thing starts out a strike. That's a tough pitch to lay off.
No score here as we play inning number 2. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
And now let's see if they take some speed off with this next pitch.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. 3-1. Now the fastball here is swung on and grounded foul. Hit hard to the right. But this is going to land foul, so they'll tee it up again, 3-2. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Tries to spot the 3-2 fastball on the outside corner. Let's see how close this pitch was. As they used to say in the old days, close but no cigar.
Matt Trainer will take his first cuts of the ball game here.
Bring the key.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
On the corner like he wanted, but I think that pitch needs to come down a bit more or it'll get hit.
Called strike 0-2.
What are you waiting for, amigo?
He's ready now, the pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. So they pick up no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Troy Tulowitzki will start things off in the bottom of the second. In there, no balls and a strike. And Tulowitzki can't come up with that one as he falls behind 0-2 now.
And he's got that thing moving pretty good here in the first few innings.
And the pitch. That misses 1-2. Ball 2.
Well, he's determined to get him to chase that slider sooner or later.
Swing and a bullet to the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out. So one gone in the inning now for Marcus Giles. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a swing and a hard hit ball back through the box. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a one-out hit. Chris Iannetta will stand in for the first time here. First offering on the way. And this is low, ball 1. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Ooh, and that one pretty much just burns off the outside edge.
Now a throw over to first. Has to dive, but he's back. Bottom of the second here with no score. And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
And too many 3-ball counts early in the ball game will just drive that pitch count up.
At first is Giles, the pitch. Had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit fairly well out toward left field. But he's going to get there as he runs it down on the warning track for the second out of the inning.
Making a bid to finally put a tally in that run column, but he comes up just a little short as this ball dies out there on the warning track.
Ian Stewart will get his first shot at it here. Too low, 1-0.
And he'll make you bring that fastball up a bit before he takes a whack at it.
1-0 on the way. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Oh, I don't know about that one. Looked to me like we should be 1-1 right now.
Got his 2-0 fastball, but he was way behind, 2-1.
And you can see just not getting the hands through the zone quick enough to tackle that fastball in the inside half.
Now a swing and an easy fly ball out toward right center. And Hermida will camp under this one as he puts it away to retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Jose Castillo is ready to go here as we begin the third. Now the first pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
And he's just 2 for 9 in the series thus far, so he could use a base hit here.
Outside for a ball, 1-1.
1-1.
In there, 1-2 now. Pitch on the way. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
Trying to work him down in the zone. That's just where you need to keep that fastball.
Hit hard to the right side. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And a good curveball gets him swinging for out number 1. Brandon Backey will get his first cuts here. And that misses low and away, ball 1. One-0 pitch now. Swinging a soft liner down the line in right. But this lands foul. It's a ball and a strike. And he's behind now as he missed badly on that swing. 1-2.
Not only do these guys not have a hit this afternoon, they look terrible at the plate as well.
Fastball, strike 3 called, and he knew it. 2 gone. Hanley Ramirez steps in now. Now here it comes. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And sometimes when you're a leadoff hitter, go ahead and take a pitch. Let your pitcher catch his breath for a second.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Field and deep. Back on this one is Holiday, but he's going to run out of real estate as that one is gone. It's a solo shot for Hanley Ramirez, number 10 for him on the year, as the Marlins will take a 1-0 lead. And here's a fastball that he takes the other way out to fairly deep right. Hawk will have room, though, as he makes the catch and the side is retired. So only 1 hit in the inning on the solo shot, but it's enough to push him out in front. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Marlins lead it 1-0. Kip Wells Makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Got to look to try and slap that thing the other way.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this lands foul down there to make it 1-1. Slider is right there, 83 on the gun. It's 1-2.
And it looks like he's got a good feel for that pitch early on.
Down the line, but this will kick foul. He'll try again, 1-2. And they tie him up in proverbial knots there as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Leadoff man retired now for Willie Taveras. Lays off the slider. Don't know quite where that missed, but it's 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0. Line hard to the left side, but this will get foul. 2-1. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
And this is a guy that can turn a walk into a double or a triple in a hurry.
Fastball in there, 3-2.
3-2.
And a swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. Throw on to first, 2 gone. So with 2 away, that brings in Garrett Atkins. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Just a little here you go, and he couldn't do anything with it.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that one's by Atkins for strike 2, 0-2.
Just rearing back and throwing the heater by him right there.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Now a ball hit back up the middle. Up with it is Ugla. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. 3 innings complete. Florida's out in front, 1-0. Dan Ugla will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th. Low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And this ball will be chopped foul.
Foul ball.
And he misses 2-1.
And if you throw enough fastballs in succession, guys are going to time it, so be careful.
And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1. And a great location that time on the corner, 3-2 now.
Drop the hammer on him.
Chopped down the third base line. Foul, says the third base umpire. And a fastball taken the other way, but this should be routine out there in right field. There to play it is Hop, and he's got it for the first out. So the leadoff man retired here, and that'll bring up Jeremy Hermida. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
Very enticing, but a good job holding up.
And he gets under this one and, in fact, breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And no one will get this one. Now a curveball's in there. 1-2 now. The pitch. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him. Josh Willingham will be the batter. Changeup too low, and it's 1-0.
And the changeup low is one of the toughest pitches to lay off of. You just want to crush that thing.
And they continue to work below the knees here as that's ball two.
And here's a case where you can just sit on fastball. If you don't get one, just take it.
Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats, foul. Here he comes on 2-1. Swinging a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that is through into center field, a base hit. The throw to third, and he is safe on a close play. Jorge Cantu will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, trying to take back control of that inside part of the plate. That's where you want to be.
And Cantu won't offer it that one either. It's 2-0.
And this is the wrong guy to lose your command to. They need to go right after him.
Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be two. Tulowitzki for one. And good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Marlins lead this one 1-0. Matt Holliday will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire.
And there's about 40,000 umpires in the house that think otherwise.
A little bit low that time, maybe outside as well. Now a fastball, and he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Castillo is underneath this one. One gone. So one away here for the right fielder, Brad Hopp. And that misses, ball one. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul.
Foul!
Grounded foul over near Mike Gallego, the third base coach and pretty good fielder in his day. Now here's the pitch. Lays off, 2-2 now. Now a fastball, and he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Waiting for it now is Ramirez. 2 gone.
And he's really taking command here in the early stages. That's 7 in a row he's set down.
Troy Tulowitzki will be the batter. Outside with the fastball, that's 1-0. This is hit high in the air and pretty deep down the left field line. On the run, and he has it to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They trail this one 1-0. Matt Trainer will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. And now a pitch on the way. And he reaches out to fight this one off as the count moves to 0-2 now. Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball, 1-2.
Oh, and how disciplined do you have to be to lay off that pitch on 0-2?
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, he shut these guys down to this point. He only allowed that 3rd inning home run, and that has been it.
Jose Castillo will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a shot toward right center. Base hit. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
Well, they've been held off the scoreboard since that home run back in the third, so maybe this can jumpstart them.
Brandon Backey will get another shot, called out on strikes his first time around. Pitch, a curveball that's off the catcher's glove and gets away. And over to third now is the runner. .1-0 on the way. And that's in there for a strike, 1-1. And there's ball 2 now. 1 out and a runner on third. Now a hard liner. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Boy, and that's the pitcher up there. You got to throw strikes here.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. And this will be grounded foul down the line at third. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. So a man at third here with 2 gone, and it's back to the top of the order now for Hanley Ramirez. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
If you're going to try to get that guy to fish for a curveball down there, you better make sure you can keep it in front of you.
Here's the 1-0. Swinging a soft liner to the right side, but an easy play over at first to glove it, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Marlins on top, 1-0. Marcus Giles will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th. And looked pretty good on the monitor, but it's ruled a ball inside, 1-0.
And I think he just got a gift call right there to begin the at-bat. That should have been a strike.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. Now a swing and an easy ground ball to first. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. Chris Iannetta will take his cuts now. And boy, I don't know about this strike zone. That misses high apparently, and it's 1-0.
Boy, where'd that miss? Rough way to start an AB on the mound.
Now the 1-0 pitch. And he misses again, 2-0. Two and 1 now. just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. And he takes ball 4, so a good job of running the count full and then coaxing out the pass. Ian Stewart will try it again. He flew out his first time. Comes set, now the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Strike 2.
Looked to be pretty close, maybe even a ball, but you better refocus in a hurry up there.
And a little battle brewing here as he fights off the 2-strike pitch and chops it foul. And yet another foul ball here as this finds the seats, and the count will remain at 0-2. And he struck him out.
Well, it looks like the bottom half of the order needs to pick up the slack here, but this ain't gonna help much. You got to go.
Kip Wells will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
Yeah, and when guys start missing up late in the ball game, it can sometimes be a warning flag.
The 1-0 pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball for Ramirez at short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 5 shutout innings for him thus far. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Marlins lead it 1-0. And before the Marlins take their turn here in the 6th inning, let's take a moment to check their in-game box score through 5 innings. It's presented by Upper Deck. Cameron Maben will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Fouled straight back. And Maben comes up empty on that one, and it's 0-2 now.
And I'll tell you, I've been surprised at how often they've swung and missed so far.
To right field. And he will reach up to track this one down on the run as he's able to keep this one in his sights for the first out. So 1 gone now for Dan Uggla. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1.
And he's looking for his first hit of the game to try to push his hitting streak up to 5 games.
Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one.
And you don't want hitters to fall into that comfort zone up there, so a good idea to run the fastball in that time.
Here's the 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
And right now at the plate, I think you sit on fastball and react to the breaking ball.
Swing and a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Yeah, not a bad spot to miss with that heater.
Now a swing and a sharp ground ball to third. On to first, and Ugla's retired here for the second out. Jeremy Hermida will get another shot, hit by a pitch his last time. And he takes ball one. 2 out, nobody on. And here's a fastball in for strike one. 91 miles an hour that time.
That would have been a good one to offer at there.
Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
Oh, and I think he had him lunging that time, but he was wisely able to hold back.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
Got to have a little better plate coverage up there.
Now the 2-2 pitch. And this ball's pulled on the ground down the line to first. But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. And he got him to swing early on the changeup there as this is skied out towards straightaway right. Hop is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nothing doing here this half. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. Florida's out in front, 1-0. Low-scoring game as we get another look at the in-game box score. And much like the previous one we saw, really not a whole lot to look at offensively thus far. Willie Taveras will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. And now this is swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Waiting on it is Willingham. One away. Garrett Atkins will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Here it comes. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one.
And I've been pretty surprised at their inability to score so far. This is normally a potent offensive team.
And this one is nowhere near the strike zone as it'll zip by to the backstop for ball one. Slider just off the black there, and it's to 2-1 now. Swinging a ball line softly down the left field line. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Fouled back. Hard hit towards center. And that'll get down for a base hit. Matt Holliday will stand in. He popped out in his last time. Ball one.
Look to catch a lot of the plate right there.
this will be fouled away. Hit hard, but foul. Here's one hit towards the hole. And past the diving infielder, that's a base hit. Throw into third. And he is safe on a close play. Brad Hopp will stand in 0 for 2 thus far. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
And now he's going to have to work hard to keep that 0 clean.
And clearly trying to keep the ball low here. That's ball 2.
And no reason really to nibble here. This is a guy you should be going right after.
And a good eye that time to lay off the fastball. It's 3-0.
Now let's see if Clint Hurdle wants to green light him here on 3-0.
3-1. The 3-1 coming. On the ground to second base, this could be 2. Ramirez on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. And that's 6 shutout innings thus far as he's been very difficult to solve. 7th inning coming up. The Marlins on top, 1-0. Josh Towers is on and he'll take over on the mound. Josh Willingham will step in, a base hit in his last time. Swing and a hard hit grounder down the line. And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th.
Leadoff man on here to kick off the inning. They've been held to just that 1 single run back in the 3rd, so they're going to need to pick things up here.
Jorge Cantu will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And that misses inside, 1-0. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Giles for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play. Matt Trainer will have another go. He struck out looking his last time. And here's the first pitch. Ball 1. Now it's 2-0.
And just eyeballing it from up here, he doesn't have the look of a guy that's totally warm yet.
Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. Now the 2-1 pitch. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. Swing, and he shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. Foul. Him out, and there's the hat trick, as that's his third strikeout of the ball game. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. Stretch time coming up here in Denver. The Marlins lead this one 1-0. Troy Tulowitzki will step in now to lead off the home half of the seventh. In there for strike one.
And even though you're not getting much run support to speak of, you really need to just focus on doing your job on the mound.
And the pitch. Grounded fouled off to the right side. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
And that's a good two-strike pitch there, as now it might be just to set up something away.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Marcus Giles will dig in. 1 for 2 thus far. And that's in there for strike one. And he lays off for ball one. And Marcus able to lay off there, and the count's in his favor now, 2-1.
Just got to find some way to get on base here.
In the air to left center. And that's in there, base hit.
And look where this pitch is, right in the happy zone. He loves that thing middle in, and he explodes right through it.
So a new pitcher set to take over now, as it's the veteran right-hander Lee Gardner that takes the mound. So a runner at first now with one away, and stepping in the young catcher Chris Iannetta. Fastball in there for a called strike. Ground ball to third, and they could get two. To Ugla for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Florida's out in front, 1-0. Jose Castillo will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
And he might not get a better pitch to hit this entire at-bat.
fouled back. Here's the pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. Alfredo Amezaga will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. In there, and it's 0-1. And this is swung on and bounced to shortstop. High throw, and it's over his head.
Don't quite know what happened here. He might have taken his eyes off the target or something, because this throw's not even close.
Hanley Ramirez will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. Tulowitzki for one. Relay throw, but it'll be too late as he's well safe at first. So two are gone here in the Florida eighth, and that'll bring in the center fielder Cameron Maybin. There goes Hanley for second. Pitch outside, the throw. And it's not going to be in time as Ramirez has himself a stolen base. And this is just off the outside corner, ball two.
And he's still looking for a base hit here to keep that modest 5-game hitting streak alive.
Called a strike there, 2-1.
Boy, this umpire is expanding the strike zone in every conceivable direction.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him.
Ah, and a big pitch coming here.
And this is on the ground to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. One left for Florida, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Justin Miller will come in and pitch now.
Now pitching for the Marlins, number 32, Justin.
Todd Helton will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
And that's a location mistake right there. He might not get away with that twice.
Swing and a ball sliced fouled into the seats down the left field line. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. Swing and a miss, so the pinch hitter is retired. And now the left-handed swinging Corey Sullivan is into the on-deck circle. He'll be asked to pinch hit here. First pitch coming. And that misses for ball one.
Trying to backdoor him, but it stays outside just a bit.
Ball two.
And in a close ball game, I think you let him throw you one here.
And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul.
Out.
At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And at the plate, he's hitless in 8 at-bats here in the series, so he'd love to turn things around.
Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
And with 2 strikes, that's a tempting pitch not to chase.
Swing and a miss, so the pinch hitter is retired. Willie Taveras will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Starts things with a splitter outside for ball one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Well, he's hitless so far as he looks to push his hitting streak to 7 games.
Now the pitch. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They still trail 1-0. Todd Helton will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Number 17, Todd.
Taylor Buchholz will be the new pitcher. Dan Uggla will try again. 0 for 3 thus far.
Ugla.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. And there's ball one.
That was a good spot to miss. That thing fell right through the bottom of the zone.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
And he's got that one up there at 94 miles an hour. That's tough to catch up with.
And this is hit hard to the right side. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
Key to pitching here in Colorado is keeping the ball on the ground. Good pitch there.
Jeremy Hermida will stand in. 0 for 2 thus far. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike one. 1 out, nobody on. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Giles has got it. Throw to first gets Hermida as he's set down for the second out. Josh Willingham will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. And there's a fastball from Buchholz as he gets ahead 0-1. And this pitch is lined softly down the line and left, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Struck him out, so it remains a 1-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 2, 3, and 4 set to kick off the bottom of the ninth. The Marlins on top, 1-0. Ninth inning save situation forthcoming as we'll see the new closer Kevin Gregg try to lock this one down. Garrett Atkins will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. And he lays off there, 1-0. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Swing and a miss. Good sinking action there. 1-2.
And he'll be effective if he can keep that fastball down there.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Matt Holliday will dig in. He singled his last time around. Right there for strike 1.
And this guy's just 2 for 11 in the series thus far, so he has not been all that productive of late.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Oh, and this is just firing me up.
Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes the count now. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And that's going to get your tying run in scoring position, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double. Brad Hopp will work now on getting that tying run home from second. Foul toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats out of play. He waits, now the pitch. Now a ground ball towards the hole. Throw to first, and Hopp will hop right back to the dugout. 2 gone. Troy Tulowitzki will get a chance to tie this thing up here as that equalizer is just 90 feet away. And a fastball, very easy to lay off that one. It's ball 1.
Boy, it feels like no one sat down since about the 7th inning.
is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. And that misses 2-1.
And looking around this place, not too many people have made their way to the exits.
And there's a called strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon.
Boy, and it's all come down to this.
2-2 pitch on the way. And he struck him out, and the ball game is over as they get the possible tying run over to third, but can't get him across.
That's a great job of pitching right there. With the game on the line, he comes right after him and gets the strikeout for the victory.
So the Marlins claim victory here. And Soup, let's check out our new era cap heads-up play of the game from this one.
Yeah, here you go. It was a tie ball game, but not any longer. This was the key home run that gave them a one-run cushion, and they'd never look back from there.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond the call of duty here in this one. He's our upper deck player of the game.
Well, Matt, he got him through 6 1/3 good innings, and that was enough to put his team in good position to win the game.
So that'll just about wrap things up here in this one. For Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler, this is Matt Vasgersian saying thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Once again, the final score. The Marlins win it 1-0. This has been a presentation of MLB 08 The Show. For more, log on to MLB08.com. So long, everybody.